role of the city manager relative to the elected official, I akin it a lot to being a coach of a professional team. And the fans are the citizens. You know, the coach reports to an owner, who in this case would be the elected body, and he has specific directions and policies to implement. Go out and win. And it's up to the coach then to use the resources that he has to implement that policy. So he may spend additional time and resources shoring up either the front line or the secondary, and that's much like what we do. We get our direction from the elected body and then allocate the resources to go out and implement that policy. Local government has a very significant role in helping California strengthen itself. The state does not happen in a vacuum. It's made up of many smaller parts, and those smaller parts are local cities. And that really is the front line for where development and redevelopment happens within the state. If you have a strong local community where people enjoy a high quality of life, then that makes the state of California more attractive and more beneficial to all of its residents. And it puts us in a much stronger position as one of the larger economies in the global world that we play in. The ethical obligations of city managers are really spelled out in the ICMA Code of Ethics. The ICMA Code of Ethics really outlines the tangible things that we should be upholding on a regular day-to-day basis. You know, but at the end of the day, when you boil all that stuff down to, it comes down to being a transparent individual. It comes down to being an open and trustworthy individual. And it comes down to really, since what we do is such a high profile, make sure that your actions, you don't read about them in the newspaper the next day. You know, you don't ever want to do something that you're going to feel bad reading about or that your family's going to feel bad reading about. Being in public service is the highest of all callings, I believe. And we have an obligation that comes along with that. And that ethical obligation we have to fulfill every day as we carry out our duties as professional managers. I get to see the impacts of my work on a daily basis. You know, I live in the community that I work for. So I share the same interests that many of our residents share. And I take implementing the council's policy really to heart because I'm vested in what happens in that community. I drive down those streets. I go to those parks. I want my kids to go to that school and have great job opportunities and shopping opportunities. And through my work, I can actually have an impact on that every single day. So that challenges me to do the best that I can absolutely do, not only for myself and for my family, but for the greater community as well. I love that I can just see it on a real live, real-time basis every day.
CCMF ensures that leaders are in place for strong, stable, and vibrant communities. Muni Services shares these core values and is therefore a proud sponsor of CCMF.